Page 91, Love Somebody. On the previous pages, they're introducing you to the G position. If you'll recall, C position is where we're down here in C. Bottom note was C. That's why it's a C position. There's a lot of C positions. You don't know which one. The music will tell you which notes you're using. That tells you what C position to use. Well, the G position is the same thing, but the bottom note is G. So you're here or somewhere. You don't know where you're at. It's just the bottom note is G. But you look at the notes, and they tell you where to go. Maybe, I don't know if you've had all these notes yet or not. I can't remember what you've had now. But if there's new notes in here you haven't had, you need to learn them as quickly as possible. In the right hand, we have the G and a B and a D. And you just go through and say the name of the note and play it. Don't worry about rhythm or nothing. Just A and a B and a C. Just make sure you can know these notes in the music. In the left hand, you have the C and the D together. Then you have a B and a D together. Then you have an A and a D together. See, because you're in this position, so you're using these notes. You need to know the names of those notes and be able to play them. Now let's go back and take a closer look at this. Right hand. Now it's in 4/4 time. Forgot that. 4/4 quarter notes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not too bad. They're all in this position. In the left hand, we just did the left hand. It's these chords. So the top note's staying the same. It's the bottom note that's changing. Just lift up and down, and use a loose wrist on this. Don't tighten the wrist up. So put them together. Now there's a tendency here that you want to do the same thing in each hand. So in the second measure, you want to do this. Because you have to do that in the left hand. So you want to do it in the right hand. I'm suggesting to you to fight that. It's slurred the first measure. They didn't slur it the second because they probably know you're going to do that. I'm suggesting put a slur over the second measure to connect these. In fact, that slur should go over the first two measures. Connect all those notes. Then you can lift up to go on if you want. The left hand, so you're doing two different things. You got to keep it down in the right. Lift up. It's weird at first, but I encourage you to work on that because we're going to need to do it for much longer, so you just well do it now. So the first couple measures, and lift up. So yeah, just connect these notes in the right hand. In the second line, you can draw the slur over the first two measures. Connect them, then you can lift up. Best you can. The last measure. You're not trying to separate the notes in the left hand. It's just when you play chords on a piano, you got to come up and down, and that puts a little bit of silence between them. It just happens. You can connect them as best you can, but no matter how much you try, there's always going to be a little silence between. Now, dynamic-wise, F-P. Now, they explain what it means, but they're being nice to you. F-, you'll see this occasionally. When you see two dynamics like that, you know you're going to play it at least twice. That tells you you can go look for a repeat sign right there if you want to see where it is, because you know you're going to play it twice. And there is a repeat sign at the end. It simply means the first time you play it loud, and then when you repeat it the second time you play it soft. That's all. Now we're talking melody. You keep the left hand soft. Both times the left hand has got to be softer than the melody. So the second time when you play the melody soft, the left hand has to be very soft. And that takes control and it takes practice, but you'll work on it. And then get to the point, on top of all that mess, to try and get to where you can play this without looking at the keyboard. No hesitations, no wrong notes, everything is there, the dynamics are there, and you're not looking at the keyboard. You don't have to go fast. Your speed, but it's got to be steady, whatever it is. It says happily, that's a little faster probably. you don't have to go that fast. You can if you want to, but the accuracy is more important than speed. I'd like to play this with you slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics, but we are going to repeat it. Repeat signs generally are not suggestions. They're there for a reason, so if there's a repeat sign, we'll repeat it if we can. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 4. Repeat